get this out, and then I'm gonna gently fold in our reduced Frosty. Stupid idiot, give me the cream! You know, Dave Thomas, founder of Wendy, said that he always regretted naming his fast food restaurant after his daughter because it put undue pressure on her. That's why when we open up a Mythical kitchen restaurant, I'm gonna name it Josh's Nosh. It's because I'm selfless, not because I'm a narcissist. Hey, speaking of selfless acts, I want to give you all a great recipe for one of the classic combinations of all time. I'm talking about French fries and Frosties. We're gonna go ahead, that was a much smoother dip in my mind. We're gonna make a French fry crusted Wendy's Frosty Cheesecake. As once seen in the GMM episode, we drink each other's pee. If you're following along at home, we've broken the recipe down into 3 easy steps. You can snag the time codes right there. We also got a full written recipe down in the description. Also, hey, do you like podcasts? Me and Nicole have a podcast. It's called A Hot Dog is a Sandwich. The newest episode just dropped yesterday. You can find that wherever you get your podcasts. Ask for it in the Wendy's drive-thru. Say, Dave, why do you have regrets? You've raised a beautiful daughter. Let's get cooking. Also, welcome to Mythical Kitchen. I never said that. Dreams become Wendy's here. Welcome to Wendy's, where a man has regrets. All right, now we're gonna start getting on our Wendy's French fry crumb crust. Oh God, I don't feel good. So we're gonna take some French fries, and we're just gonna chop these up really finely. We're gonna mix that, a little bit of butter, a little bit of sugar, and then some, what are these? Sand. Oh, we're gonna mix this with a little bit of graham cracker. We could make the crust. In fact, I have made the crust out of pure French fries for the Will It Cheesecake episode of GMM. As it turns out, it tastes pretty bad. When you get a lot of cold French fries in a crust, it is not great. We found out that when you mix it with a little bit of graham cracker crumb, some sugar, actually treat it more like a real delicious dish, it tastes really good. You get the like essence of French fry in there. You get the little suggestion, you know, you hearken back to all those beautiful times in the Wendy's drive-thru, just, you know, your bag, and just thoughts of what it would be like to be with Wendy Thomas. You know they did all those celebrity comedians as Colonel Sanders? They should have done that with Wendy, and they should have let me play Wendy. I feel like I could have been a good Wendy. You know, I could have really dug deep into those commercials about the Baconator, but like into her relationship with her dad because it sounded a little tough. I could do great. Check this out. Welcome to Wendy's. Buy a Baconator and finally learn what it feels like to feel a father's love. That'd be a good slogan right there. We're gonna take this and we're gonna pop it. And we'll bowl right there. Dude, that is a half cup. That's a half cup. You check it out. Hold on. John, I need to prove a point to Trevor. Thanks. And we're gonna mix it with our graham cracker crumbs here. We're gonna take a little bit of melted butter. It's like a solidified cow juice. What they do is they take a whole cow, they just throw it in a Jack LaLanne power juicer, and then out comes butter. All right, so now we're just gonna mix this together. The butter and the sugar is gonna kind of hold together this crust. All right, so we take our Springform pan and we're gonna take all this crust here and we're just gonna load it in there. And then you're gonna use your greasy mitt soaked in Frosty liquid to just pack this out. I accidentally snorted a fair amount of Frosty. You think anything bad's gonna happen? We're not going up the sides. When you make a cheesecake, you can make it go up the sides, but I want a really nice, clean look when we make this sort of frosty custard, just get it sort of coated around the outside. And then I'll take it over to Wendy Thomas and I'll finally impress her enough to return my DMs. All right, crust is done. So now we gotta make the filling. Let's drink some more Frosty. All right, so now we have to make the Frosty filling for this cheesecake. We're gonna try and put as much Frosty flavoring into this as possible. I don't remember which one was my drinking Frosty and which one was my cooking Frosty. This one tastes like me. This is a drinking Frosty. All right, so we're gonna start by taking a whole large Frosty and we're just gonna add that to a pot and we're gonna get reducing. So if you think about a cheesecake batter, it's almost like a custard, right? Cheesecake, we had a whole podcast about this. Subscribe to the podcast where we decided that cheesecake, as it is in this form, is definitely a pie because there's a crust. So essentially, we're making a custard pie right here. So we're gonna get this Frosty reducing. That's gonna take about 20 minutes. And then meanwhile, I'm gonna take 20 minutes to unwrap the cream cheese. I bite my nails. Actually, I don't bite my nails. I pick my nails and then I just flick them in my car. And then after about 3 months, you just get a kind of like boneyard of nails flicked in your car. It's really gross. All right, so the cream cheese has been at room temperature. We're gonna plop that in there and maybe you can just kind of squeeze it. Yeah, there we go. Oh, much easier, much easier. It's like a cream cheese coker. You knew it was coming. You never take cream cheese off the spoon? Y'all need to learn how to live. Y'all need to learn how to open up and have a little fun and eat some cream cheese go-gurt. All right, now we're gonna add our other cheese. I'm putting a little mascarpone in there. I love mascarpone in cheesecakes, or as people say, mascarpone. Just a little bit sweeter than cream cheese. You can get a little less tang in that. And then I'm gonna take, should I cream this together with the sugar? Do people do that? I learned recently that baking has actual rules, and sometimes when you follow them, it works out better. So I'm gonna try that. This is a new Josh. This isn't Josh slurps Frosty's noises. This is not the Josh who gurts the gogs of cream cheese into his mouth. No. This is technique-based Josh. When you cream dairy with your sugar in a baking recipe, you're adding stability by putting little micro air bubbles into there. And now I'm gonna start cracking some eggs in there. Oh, there's some vanilla, a little bit of vanilla liquid in there. I'm gonna try the Frosty soup. Hold on, conspiracy theory alert. Conspiracy theory alert, sound the alarm. Frosties are just frozen 7-Eleven dispenser hot chocolates. You know, you go to 7-Eleven, you press a little dispenser, gives you the hot chocolate. That's this. They take that liquid, they ship it to Wendy's, they put it in a little freezy machine, and then bingo bango, Jeff Bezos goes to space. Okay, so we got the Frosty reduced. If you see, it's nice and thick. It's like really coating the spoon. God, that looks luscious and delicious. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a little bit of melted milk chocolate in there because I want the extra structure from the chocolate. I really do love Frosties. I think they're probably the best fast food frozen dessert, maybe behind McDonald's original vanilla cone. That stuff slaps. However, Frosties in their relationship to chocolate are like LaCroix in their relationship to fruit. It's like someone yelled the idea of chocolate from another room and you're drinking it and you're like, did I smell a little whiff of an intonation of chocolate? So I'm adding a little bit more chocolate to that. We're gonna get some more of that, just kind of finger that right in there. There we go. Mix this around. And we're gonna add the Frosty mixture to the cream cheese. All right, so we're gonna give this one little mix up, do it on low so it doesn't splash you, and then turn it right on high because the thought of machines going slow makes you anxious. All right, so right now we got the sugar, we got the Frosty, we got the chocolate, we got the vanilla paste, we got the mascarpone, we got the cream cheese. We need to start adding our eggs. So I'm gonna add them in one at a time. That seems like a thing you always do in a baking recipe, add it one at a time. Yeah, I don't like it. I like to just make a sort of like scrambled egg omelet in there. We have our Frosty filling right here. All we got to do is we gotta get that into the crust. We're gonna bake it off in a water bath. I'll show you how to do that next time. Thanks so much for stopping by the Mythical Kitchen. We should start doing 2-part episodes. See, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put out 3 videos. There's gonna be a red video, a yellow video, and a green video, and you're gonna watch the green video first, and then you can click into either the red video or the yellow video, and what? Sound guy Chris said if I kept slurping the Frosty near the microphone, he was gonna physically throw up into all his expensive sound equipment, so he made me use a straw. That better, Chris?
That's great.
Thanks, man. All right, sounds good. What we have here, we got a big old tub. You can use any sort of casserole dish as long as it'll fit your Springform pan. We have filled it a couple inches up with boiling water. You're gonna cook the cheesecake in that. The whole goal of a cheesecake is to get it to not crack, even though it'll still taste just fine if yours cracks. Like, don't worry about it. Make sure the Springform pan is can be completely watertight, like a porpoise's beehole. So we gotta do what a porpoises do to not get water in the beehole. They wrap themselves in foil. Don't even get me started about manatees. Just gonna take this and just get it tightly around there. We're gonna take all this Frosty cheesecake mixture and we're just gonna dump that right in there. All right. Oh, that's nice. So I'm gonna take this and this is what I like to do. I like to go. It did nothing. I think this squeezes the air bubbles out. Trevor, is that true? What happened to you saying yes sir to everything?
Sorry. Ask me again.
Trevor is bashing a cheesecake.
Yes, sir!
There we go. That's my Trevor. So I'm gonna take this. I'm just gonna pop it into this Bain Marie. Ah, the water's hot. Well, I'm still gonna kind of wash my hands in it. Fantastic. I got a couple drops in the cheesecake. That's good because you want it to steam from the top. Isn't that right, Trevor?
Yes, sir.
There we go. All right, so we're gonna pop this in the oven at 350 degrees for like what, 45 minutes? 70 minutes? Holy f. So we're gonna go ahead and pop this in the 45-minute oven for about 70 degrees. We're gonna go ahead and pop this in the oven for 75 minutes we're gonna go ahead and pop this in the oven at 350 degrees for about 75 minutes. Woo! One take wonder. That's how we do it in the Mythical Kitchen. I'm gonna level with you. I thought that if you just reduced a vanilla Frosty and then popped it in here and whipped it up, it would turn into whipped cream because the only ingredients in a Frosty, it is water, it is powdered milk, it is a sunflower thickening agent, and then they have 9 other thickening agents in there, including but not limited to carrageenan. I thought that you could just whip air into that because there was enough chemicals in it to turn to whipped cream. It's not. However, I still really wanna make a vanilla Frosty whipped cream because I love the vanilla Frosty. I'm just gonna add heavy whipping cream to this, and then we're gonna fold in this reduced vanilla Frosty, which if you doubted the amount of thickener that I told you was in that, this is pudding now. I remember when the vanilla Frosty came out, I was super stoked because I prefer vanilla to chocolate generally, and that was before 50 Shades came out and like gave vanilla a whole new meaning that suddenly everyone knew. So when I was like, I'm a vanilla guy, people would be like, ugh, boring. But anyways, point is it's really delicious and I'm gonna put it into a whipped cream. This is a whipped cream. So, I'm gonna get this out and then I'm gonna gently fold in our reduced Frosty. Stupid idiot, give me the cream! That's good stuff. All right, so we're gonna take this vanilla Frosty, just gonna fold it into our cream. I whip the cream a little more heavily on that than I normally might because it's gonna thin out a little bit. Great way to fold. So you just go from the outside in. Trevor, look at this deftness, Trevor. Vanilla Frosty whipped cream is donezo. That's great. Let's give it a try. Yeah, it tastes like whipped cream, but there's a whole vanilla Frosty in it. So we got that cheesecake in the oven. I'm gonna go ahead and take that out, get it cooled down to a nice chilled temperature. Then we're gonna pipe on this whipped cream. Then we got a couple other little surprises for you. Sorry, I thought it was gonna go into the bowl. That creamed. Don't worry, I'll clean it up. This is just kombucha now. I drank all my Frosty and now I need kombucha to calm my tummy down. Cheesecake's out of the oven. This is looking perfect. There's no crackage on it. It's gonna be a nice, smooth custard. Now we have to put on our little adornments. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do a little crumb crust. We got a bunch of chopped up Wendy's French fries. And what I'm gonna do is, it's a pastry technique, Trevor, isn't that right, called mashing?
Yes, sir.
So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this and you're gonna mash and spread. And then you're gonna take the crumbs and you're gonna swipe them up and you're gonna mash and spread. And then now we're gonna take a whipped cream. We got whipped cream in a piping bag, and I'm gonna do nice little delicate dollops. When you think of Josh cooking, you should think of delicate. And just do a little. You don't have to make the fart sound when you do it, but it makes it more fun if you do. Hey, whoa, that looks pretty good. Look at that. And now what we've done, we have laser cut out a Wendy's logo, and we're gonna try and just put that on there. Ah, crap. Hold on, no, I gotta, you just finger it in a little bit. Maybe I should have done this before the whipped cream. We'll get there, so we're gonna dump some cocoa in there, and then we're gonna try and use this to, crud, man. All right, hold on. Yeah, there we go. Oh, crud. No, I'm gonna try and not get it on the whipped cream. Oh, I got it, oh, crud. We're getting it. Don't laugh at me, don't laugh at me. I think it's good, right? And voila, there's our Wendy's French fry frosty cheesecake. Everybody clap for the spectacle that is cooking with your bare hands. Everybody, we all combine to make this. All of our souls are in this cheesecake. Hey, Cap, that looks pretty cool, man. All right, you don't go home now, I'll see you. That's it, we cooked the thing that we said we'd do. We followed through on our promises. Get out of here. Get out of here, Scamp, take a load off. Trevor, how's my goblin stance?
What the heck are you doing?
I was goblin. This is
What are you talking
Just stay
about?
there. I gotta eat this first, then you come in. All right, so hey, we made the Wendy's Frosty and French Fry Cheesecake. This looks really incredible. I'm gonna destroy all our decoration work by just slicing into it. That is a satisfying feeling slice of a cheesecake. Look at that. Wow, marvelous beauty and grace. This does look really freaking tasty. This French fry crust looks absolutely incredible. Ooh, there's a nice little crunch to it. Ooh, this is a silky smooth cheesecake. That's unreal, and what's unreal about it isn't just the fact that it's like a really good chocolate cheesecake. You taste the French fry and the Frosty. Honestly, this is so much better than the one that we made for GMM back in the day. The addition of the Graham Cracker Crumbs cutting the French fries, you still get that French fry flavor of that little grease, especially if you take some from the back. But giving the crust an actual structure with the Graham Crackers, this is unbelievable. I mean, this is one of the best cheesecakes I've ever had. And Trevor, come in and try it, buddy.
Yay!
Especially the fact that Trevor pretty much developed this entire recipe. This is stupid good, man.
Yeah, do you want to give me something to eat it with, or like,
Uh,
you forgot the whole thing. You choking on cocoa?
Cocoa butter.
It's funny, because I'm actually not a huge cheesecake fan, but when I made this and I ate it and I was like, okay, this is actually like really good. Like,
This is a heck of a cheesecake.
But like, feed it to me.
Oh, yeah, I'll go. I know I didn't cut a slice. I should have cut a slice. What am I doing? Oh, this is gonna be a good bite, buddy. Honestly, you have improved my cheesecake technique, because before this, my cheesecake technique was not that good. Right? How good is that?
That is so smooth.
Unbelievable.
The crust is so perfectly crunchy.
But then you get a little bit of French fry oil in it.
You got the French fry.
Wow, that might be my favorite cheesecake ever. Like, genuinely, I don't really like cheesecake, but I love this.
This is like a marvel, dude. This is
Yeah.
incredible. Dang, Trevor, thank you so much, man. Thank you for inspiring me always, and thank you always for inspiring me to do, because without you, there would be no us, and there's no us in team. Thanks so much for stopping by the Mythical Kitchen. We got new episodes for you every week. Woo, that's good. We got new episodes of our podcast, The Hot Dog is a Sandwich, every Wednesday, wherever you get your podcast. Hit us up on Instagram. It's a new social media app. Social media, wave of the future, at Mythical Kitchen, with pictures of your mythical dishes under hashtag Dreams Become Food. See y'all next time. Stop, I'm shy, babe, stop. Oh, babe, you're so stupid. Babe, stop, come on, babe. No, you didn't just show my butt. You didn't just show my butt. Babe. Get as messy as you want in your own kitchen when you have the Mythical Kitchen Towel, available now at mythical.com.